Have you ever wondered what it takes to get above 10% conversion rates? In this video, we're going to go over how we went from 4.5% conversion rates to 15%. 90% of ecom brands can't even get a 5% conversion rate. And we got 15% for our client Wellbel, which is massive for any ecom brand in any niche. We achieved this with a landing page and one winning offer for this beauty supplement brand. Today, I'm going to show you our exact strategy and framework. This is the exact strategy we use for all our clients to improve their Shopify conversions and reduce their ad spends. I'll break this down into 4 main parts so you can apply the same to your brand. Once you understand what it takes to build a high converting landing page, you'll be able to build a profitable Shopify store that you can scale on autopilot without leaving any money on the table. If you take advantage of what I'm about to show you, I guarantee you can increase your Shopify conversion rates and sales. Now let's get into it with step number 1. All right, guys, getting into it now. In this client case study, I'm going to show you how we achieved a 15% conversion rate on Shopify for our client Wellbel. What you need to do to increase conversion rates, even when they're converting around 4.5%, which is not that bad, how you can apply what you learned from this case study to your brand and your products, as well as my free Shopify trainings are linked in the description below. Make sure you check that out. So who am I? My name is Alex Momeni. I currently live in New York City. In the past 7 years, I built brands on Shopify and Amazon, revamping my family's rug and carpet website on Shopify. And in the past 2 years, focusing on helping brands with landing pages and CRO, that is conversion rate optimization. I've learned a lot from working with brands in over 20 different niches, from food to supplements to tech, even boat tours as well. I've worked with over 40 Shopify brands, helping them increase conversions, AOV, as well as customer lifetime value. We do this by conducting CRO and building custom landing pages and A/B tests. I'm confident I can get any type of e-commerce store to convert better based on what I'm going to show you in this video. This case study will show you how we achieved a 15% conversion rate with Wellbel in 2 weeks. Once we hit 1,000 sessions, we did this with the landing page and offer. We built them for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Over time, the conversion rate stabilized at 12%. Understand that 90% of e-com brands can never even hit a 5% conversion rate, and to do anything above that takes effort from multiple facets of your site. I'm going to break this case study down into 4 main parts so you can see exactly how to apply it to your brand. The goal of this case study: by implementing the things in this case study, you can turn your Shopify store into a well-oiled machine that is more likely to turn cold traffic into customers. 99% of e-com brands focus on how to better optimize their ads, product packaging, images, email flows. But what I'm going to show you now is the missing piece to get your store the revenue you've been seeking. The 4 main parts I told you about: it's your offer, the design, the user experience, social proof, copy, and messaging. In the end, I'll clarify how to bring this all together so it'll all make sense. Now, there's typically 4 main problems that all Shopify brands face: low conversion rates, high customer acquisition costs, your CAC, lack of trust and credibility, and a poor user experience. We call these the 4 Shopify killers. Why do you need to solve Shopify killer number 1? Well, to put it bluntly, low conversion rates aren't just a metric. They're a silent killer of your growth potential. When you're converting at a 1%, 2% conversion rates, while your competitors are hitting 3 to 10%, they can outbid you, outspend you for every single customer and still be more profitable. That means they can scale faster, build better products, and dominate your market while you're stuck trying to make the math work. Fixing conversion rates isn't optional, it's survival. In today's market, survival belongs to brands that act fast. Brands that don't fix their conversion rates today will be priced out of their market within months, not years. Each day of low conversions isn't just losing sales, it's actively teaching ad platforms to show your competitors instead. When conversion rates stay low, you're forced to spend more per sale just to stay profitable. This creates a deadly spiral of high acquisition costs, thinner margins, less money to scale. Your competitors outspend you and your market share shrinks. Why you need to solve Shopify killer number 2, and that is your CAC, your customer acquisition costs. You're spending $50 to acquire customers, and your optimized competitors are getting them for $30. That means they can outspend you by 40% and still be more profitable. When your CAC stays high, you're forced to either raise prices, which loses customers, or cut margins, which kills your profitability. Those who don't fix their CAC today will be priced out of their market tomorrow, watching competitors scale while they struggle to break even. In today's market, brands with efficient landing pages can outspend and outgrow those without. They're not just winning today's customers, they're racing ahead to dominate tomorrow's market. And this is your business with a high CAC, your competitors with optimized CAC and lower CACs. They're spending less to get a customer and you're spending more. They're going to race ahead of you and get more of that market share sooner than you can. Why you need to solve Shopify killer number 3, that is the lack of trust and credibility. Due to dropshipping scams and copycat stores, customer skepticism is at an all-time high. Trust issues don't just kill individual sales, they poison your entire marketing funnel. When visitors don't trust your site, they don't just leave, they ignore your retargeting, avoid your ads, and warn others to stay away. Meanwhile, brands with professionally optimized pages are building trust at first glance, converting those same skeptical customers into loyal buyers and brand advocates. The painful reality of all this, you could have the best product in your niche, but without the right trust signals, you're being lumped in with the scammers. In today's market, trust just isn't a nice to have. It's the difference between scaling to 7 figures or struggling to stay afloat. And why you need to solve Shopify killer number 4, that is the UX, the user experience. Every friction point in your user experience is a trapdoor for your ad spend. When visitors hit a confusing page, slow load time, or cluttered design, they don't give you a second chance. They bounce in seconds and remember your brand as the frustrating one. You have less than 3 seconds to capture users in today's market. Each day of poor user experience leads to higher bounce rates, leads to worse ad performance, leads to more expensive traffic, leads to less budget for improvements. Each day of poor user experience isn't just losing sales, it's actively training the algorithm to show your ads less and charge you more. In a world where TikTok has trained people to swipe away in milliseconds, a clunky shopping experience is business suicide. Now that we understand all this, we're going to get into the pages that we built that got a 15% conversion rate. Let's go. How we got a 15% conversion rate for Wellbel. I'm going to link this in the comments as well. Now, just to show receipts, this is from the Looker dashboard I made with their Google Analytics. Without showing any sensitive info, you can see the sessions, the page, and this is from Google Analytics, 15.03%. Once we hit around 1,000 sessions, it was a bit more. It was around like 15.24%, but overall, for our purposes, 15% conversion rates. Now, we did a few pages with Wellbel, and we're still building out a few more. These are a few that stand out. We started with your typical PDP product landing pages based off of their products in the catalog already. Then we made another page that was geared and focused on pushing subscription offers. It was really focused on the subscription because Wellbel is a beauty supplement brand. Generally with supplement brands, subscription offers work very well. So we tested the PDP subscription offers page. And then later we did the Black Friday, Cyber Monday page, which did absolutely massive. So step 1 of building a high converting landing page, which is often the most overlooked, yet the most important, is the offer. It all comes down to the offer. Having the right offer is 80 to 90% of the work you will do and the success you will see with a landing page. So for this specific offer, for Black Friday, we did a 40% off new subscriptions. So this offer was geared to bring in new subscription customers, bring them in the door at 40% off, which is what I consider a grand slam offer. 40% off for new subscriptions really is a sweet deal, and we tested that, and obviously we see that it worked. So it's 40% off new subscriptions, 30% off one-time orders. So you could do a subscription or a one-time purchase. And this is the code. And with Replo as well, we put the discount code already in the CTA. So when users click shop now, when they click add to cart, the discount code already gets applied. So that also removes another step. So users don't even need to input the code in the cart or checkout. So that right there helped the conversions and sped up the funnel. Now, step number 2 is what I used to think was the most important part of a good landing page. And that is the design. That is the UX. So design is still very important, but I would have to say the offer is much more important. It's the offer first, the design and user experience second. So for here, for instance, with a lot of our clients, we generally don't change any of the branding. What we do is we use their branding and their elements and their icons and whatnot, and we work on expanding and fine-tuning upon that. So we take their foundation and build upon it. So if you go to Wellbel's site right now, you will see cohesiveness with the page we built. and the site they currently have. So there are, of course, some new elements that we built, but it is all matching with what they currently have, with the way you see the colors, even the corner radius, the fonts, of course, the way we did the stars, the colors, really just the way we set up the comparison sections as well. The photography, of course, is their photography, but even some text on the images too. It's all really branded. This section here, we had to use a bit of custom code, but as you see, it aligns with their branding, the fonts, the spacings. It really all comes together in one cohesive brand messaging. And you can see that strong brand identity with the page we've done. This stats section too was something new that we built. That was really cool. We have before and after comparison, like I mentioned before. And then as you go lower on the page, you'll see the buy box. And then getting into more, I'm going to break down the design a bit more in a bit. Now on to step number 3, which is super crucial, and that is your social proof. Without the right social proof, you need quantity of social proof and quality of social proof. Social proof is really what's going to help you take your pages and your brand identity to the next level. You need quantity of social proof. So for here, for instance, we have before and afters. That is a form of social proof. We have recommended by PR logos from Oprah Daily and Elsa Hosk. Those are big names for social proof. And you see as well on the other pages, we've got UGC, we've got video reviews. So a lot of brands, when they're starting out, they'll use UGC videos like from TikTok, Instagram, user-generated content. If it's more established, they have some real video reviews. It all helps. Whatever you have in your arsenal, use it. I always recommend you need quality of social proof, but you also need quantity. So use what you have, whether it's before and afters, video reviews, UGC, testimonials, text reviews, featured in PR logos of big brands, big people talking about you or who featured you in their publications. And also I want to mention your About Us can also be a form of social proof. If the founder or people involved in the company are somewhat famous, they're renowned in their fields, they're established, a lot of people know them, they're public figures on social media or in their industry. So I want to make that clear as well. If you are someone who's well known in your field, definitely include an About Us section and show off your face, show off your smile, a bit of About Us, your story. A little goes a long way. And the last part, step number 4 of what you need in a high converting page is your copywriting, your messaging. That is also very important. My team and I, we typically focus on copy at the end because a lot of our clients, our brands, they will have their own messaging that we want to use. So we focus first on the offer, the UX, and the social proof. And then we look at their copy, use their copy as they like, but then we also look at how we can fine tune it. So you want to really make sure your copy is benefit focused. The offer is very clear. You see here, for instance, at the top, we wanted to make it very clear visually with the text as well. What exactly is the offer for new subscriptions, one-time orders? What is the code? Have the code nice and big here so people see very clear, as well as here showing the users that, hey, you've unlocked early access. This is early access to the deal. Come on, buy it. This is the pre-sale. Let's go. Your messaging is super crucial as well. Now we're going to get into the specifics and details of this page. We went into the broad strokes. Now we're going to get into the fine details as well, showing you really what we did from a design perspective, a copy perspective, offer, all of that. Starting at the top, you want to start with the discount offer at the very top, plus countdown timers. More and more brands have been asking me to put countdown timers at the top of the page in their banners. They have been very popular lately and they perform very well. It gives that scarcity, that urgency, tells the user, hey, get this deal now. And this really was a limited time deal. So the countdown timer really helped and it worked to perfection on here. Next, you want to start with social proof right at the top. And we did that here with these review stars. It's even better if it's branded. So you see the review stars. A lot of brands just use the typical yellow gold stars, but here we give it a little bit of a rounding to match their branding as well as their taupe beige color that they use. Next, like we said about copy, you want a strong headline about the sale. What is the sale? What is the offer? You unlocked early access to our biggest sale of the year right there. It's telling the user, hey, you're in on this sale early. Get it now. You got the countdown timer. Get it while it lasts. Don't wait. You need to buy this right now. If you're a new user, get the subscription right away. Therefore, the copy reinforces that the discount is only available once a year. Plus, like I just said, the copy reinforces that the discount is only available once a year. And we wanted to make the offer super clear and easy to read in this stats bar, in this container. We have the code, we have the discount code here in big. And like I said before, the Replo hack that we use in this, we actually applied the discount code on button click to save time from users having to manually input the code. This lets them go straight to checkout with the code already applied. And this CTA here actually takes you straight down to the buy box. So we didn't start with the buy box at the top. The buy box is actually lower on the page, and every CTA that you see here that says shop now, it's an anchor CTA. It's basically an anchor link that just takes you down to the buy box. And then the real CTA is the add to cart button that you click there. It's important with every CTA to always anchor it, reinforce the free shipping and the guarantee. So here we had free shipping in US plus the 90-day money back guarantee. So it's imperative to always put this in text under the CTA. You always want to remind and reinforce to the user like, hey, you get free shipping, because free shipping, believe it or not, is very big on the user's mind. They always want to know, is the shipping free? Do I have to pay for it? So you always want to have the free shipping under the CTA as well as the guarantee. Some brands don't have a guarantee. They just do the free shipping, but in Wellbel's case, they had both, so we put both. Next, we have a strong image of all the products being sold. So on this landing page, we had the offer for all of their products. Wellbel has 3 main products, the Women Plus, and the Men. So it's important that we showed all the products in there on this page. Next, we had strong social proof here with Oprah Daily, Elsa Hosk, and we have a hover tooltip, which is very effective and saves space, especially on mobile. So what does a tooltip mean? Tooltip is basically where you see the little eye here. You would just hover over on desktop or click it on mobile, and then a little blurb will pop up telling you about what Oprah said about them or Elsa Hosk. It's a very subtle and effective form of social proof. Next, we want to break down the offer and the product more. So on this page, we're selling subscription offers as well as the starter kits. So we wanted to break it down that the starter kit is being sold and pushed as well. So you can buy the starter kit, a 3-month supply or a 6-month supply. So it's really important to just visually show that as explicitly as possible, just showing, hey, this is 3 month, this is the 6 months, so they know, okay, I can go one or other. If I don't want to commit to a subscription, I can at least get a starter kit as well if I want to really try this brand out, try the product out. Along with that, you want to tell the user exactly why they should buy your product. Break down your product in benefits and features, and you want to just benefit and value stack that. So they recommend here that users should have the product for a minimum of 3 months. So this is a fantastic way to increase AOV and push for that higher AOV, telling users that, hey, you can buy it for 1 month, but it's not going to be worth it. It's not worth your money. You really need this for at least 3 months. So this is really pushing more sales. It's not just pushing more conversions. You're really pushing a higher AOV with that. It's really important. You want to show what the offer is, but you want to also tell them why exactly they need. You need it for 3 months. We recommended this because it takes 3 months to see visibly healthier and thicker hair, less shedding. So 1 month, 2 months is not enough. You really need it for a minimum of 3 months. Next, another CTA with the anchor as well. Then we have the process section here. So depending on your niche, you want to really break down the process. This works very well in the supplement industry. So you want to break down the customer timeline. You want to set clear expectations when they can see results, the kind of results they can see, and why they should keep coming back. So month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, they'll see the most results around 3-month mark. But you need to keep going. So after 4 months and beyond, you need to keep buying this product if you want to see those results. Otherwise, it'll stop. So basically why you need this product. You need this product because of XYZ. Buy it now. Keep coming back. This will also improve customer retention and lifetime value. Next, another CTA. It's important to have these CTAs on repeat. On landing pages, typically, you need at least 3 CTAs, a minimum. What I love to do especially is a sticky CTA. Now, some clients don't necessarily want it or need it, but it's something to think about. This section, this is something we all really loved. It is a stats section. So you want to have a stats section that does a lot of benefit stacking for you. And it's also another form of social proof. It's saying that 94% of people agree their hair is healthier with Wellbel. 88% agree their hair looks longer. 83% agrees XYZ. So this is another form of benefit stacking as well as a subtle form of social proof, because it's saying, hey, all these people are talking about, you saw earlier who was talking about your product with Oprah and Elsa. Now it's about what are they saying? What are the results? What are the numbers? People love to see numbers, especially big numbers like this, just broken down. And use research and the real results whenever you can to positively reinforce why users need your product. It's just the past 2 or 3 sections on this landing page is just telling people why you need this, why you need to keep coming back. What are you going to see? What are the benefits, the results you're going to see with this product? Here we added a nice easy filter so you can just filter and switch between different SKU types. Like they say in the movies, show, don't tell. Here we have the before and after photos, and it's so crucial that we show with images as well as tell. It's one thing to just tell with the text, but the fact that we show with the images, you can see this woman, her hair before, her hair after. It really makes a massive difference. So you want to show as much as possible. If you don't have the images, of course, put the text on there, but really show as much as you can. This is vital social proof that does more showing rather than telling, like I just said. And here you can switch through the different cards and scroll through and see other people's results. Another CTA. This is a section my team and I love doing for our clients. A comparison section lets users know how your product stacks up against the competition. This works very well as a more visual form of the FAQ, which is the frequently asked questions. It preempts any doubts users may have and squashes those doubts, showing why are we better than our competitors. It's a high impact ingredients, less side effects, less capsules per day. This price compared to this price, it's vegan. A lot of people today care about vegan and sustainability and balanced dose of biotin. So I don't know much about the science, but maybe you want a less dose than more. Maybe there's other products that matter more than biotin. Now on to the buy box and the product sections. So we have here, as you see, the different SKUs. We have here more review stars showing more social proof. We have a short description here for each product. So important to optimize for mobile. So here, because it was only 3 SKUs, we did it very nice and easy, showing all 3, 30, 30, 30. Basically each square taking up a third. Now the options here, because we're pushing subscriptions over the starter kits, we start with the page already default selected to subscribe and save for the 3-month supply, not even the 1-month supply. We want to push as much as possible for AOV, 3-month supply with the subscription. And then in each variant option line, you want to mention the exact savings, the exact dollar amount or percentage amount that they will save. So here you see 40% off, 30% off. It was done as a percentage. And then here you see on the supply variant, the exact dollar amount they will save. So you see here, they'll save $86.90. Here it's $27. And then you see as well the original price and now the new price with the savings. Like I just mentioned, you want to always default to the bigger option to push for higher AOV. Show the price and savings, benefit stack, what the items come with, free shipping. So once you click any variant, you'll see by bullets, you'll see a bulleted checklist that comes with this, as well as the free shipping. You want to say the free shipping as much as possible where it makes sense. So on the variant, it makes sense to state the shipping as well as in the anchor for the CTA. Next, we have viewing the nutrition label as a secondary button. When you click the nutrition label here, that'll force a pop-up to come showing you the exact nutrition label, what it comes with, as well as here you have easy access if you need to clarify with more social proof, watch more testimonials. Here below the CTA, we benefit stack with icons and quick health callouts. You're giving more benefits and info as quickly as possible and minimize the reading. People don't want to read. Users love icons. They love quick text like this. Just having icons and making it more visual. It's just very easy for the users to get the info, digest that info as soon as possible. Wellbel's ICP, their ideal customer, wants to make an informed decision. So here is the place to provide that clarity and depth. Generally, especially in supplement, wellness, health space, users really care about what are the ingredients. They want to really make sure, are these ingredients good for them? Are they healthy? There's no toxins. There's no bad ingredients in there. Customers really want to learn about this. So you want to really make sure you can back that up and show the users what are the ingredients. Show it as visually as possible. And we made it easy here with each SKU, showing the ingredients here. You can easily click. You can learn more about each ingredient. And you want to state exactly what the ingredient is for to keep it more benefit focused. As an example, it's trendy now to put a greater emphasis on protein. So consumers are more aware and looking for reasons to boost protein intake. Other protein examples, like we saw recently with Khloe Kardashian getting funding for her protein popcorn. I saw now recently there's protein soda popping up. It's crazy. There's so many things going on with protein, but that's just an example. So consumers they'll find it more enticing when they find that key ingredient that's very trendy or very talked about pop up. So with Wellbel supplements, I'm not stating anything about protein here. I'm not sure what's really included in their ingredients with protein, but that was just an example to give you some background. Like I mentioned before about the About Us section, here we have the About Us section showing the brand's founder, their philosophy, their mission statement, what basically their mission, their goal is, what drives the founder and the team to do what they're doing with Wellbel. Next, we have a FAQ to finish it off, the frequently asked questions, and we do this to dispel any other doubts that still need to be worked on, any common questions or doubts that users may have. You want to finish off your page and have that all here. Some brands really have a lot of facts. I recommend on landing pages generally keeping it around to 6 to 8, really no more than 8 questions. If you really have more, have a dedicated fact page or just have a button here that says, hey, click here to see more. And then we'll include the review widget, usually having more reviews, which can easily sync from the review app. There's a very easy way to do this with Replo. So we just embed from their review app, which is usually an app like Judge.me, Luke's, Yotpo, Bazaar Voice as well. We can easily embed those codes into Replo so we can have all your reviews on Replo as well. And that's the landing page we did with Wellbel in detail. Going over some final notes here, notice its frameworks, but also a lot of little elements, a lot of little pieces that all comes together to be more than the sum of its parts on a landing page. That's something I want to make very clear. Wellbel already had a very strong branding and imagery, and we applied our design skills to bring out the brand's personality as much as possible and as best as possible. From the beginning, like I said in step 1, we're very loud about the offer and benefit stacking. None of this matters if you don't have the right offer. You really need a winning offer to seal the deal, get those conversion rates up, get the AOV up, and benefit stack as much as possible. And remember, like I showed you in all these sections on the page, no matter what section it is, there's always a place to benefit stack as well as social proof stack. So just look for ways you can either benefit stack and or social proof stack. And thanks, guys. I'm going to link this doc in the description and comments below as well. And remember to get my free Shopify trainings in the description below. Like I said, it's free. Click in the description below. So there you have it. That's exactly how we got a 15% conversion rate for Wellbel. But there's something I didn't tell you at the start of this video, and that's how we built our landing page with Replo. Getting above 10% conversion rates is a lot harder if you don't use the correct builders and split testing tools on Shopify. You want to build with the right tools. Click on this video in the top right if you want to learn about Replo and how it will take your Shopify sales to the next level and get you 10% or higher conversion rates. See you in the next one.